Good morning, everyone. It's March 23rd today. On this side, I got my young birds that just hatched. As you see, some of them, they still have the yellow hair on the top of their heads. Not very many birds so far. As you see, it's still really cold. We were down in 20s again last night. So, I'm waiting. Anyway, this is my old birds. They're gonna go out tomorrow. Tomorrow they're gonna be going 1 mile. As you see, I got the bars down on my trap. And that's gonna be tomorrow. Let me go inside and show you a couple of things here. The nest boxes that I made, they're working pretty good. We got eggs all over the place. Got a youngster up on the top. And eggs all over. There's eggs down at the bottom. They're getting ready over there. So it was successful. But like I say, it's really cold. And I didn't use any lights or nothing this year. So that's good, no problems. I got about 45 old birds here. They're gonna get a first toss tomorrow, about 1 mile. I don't like to let them loose. I don't like to run them in the around the house first thing. It's a lot of hawks out here. If I let them loose right here to fly around the house, they're gonna get hit. So I take them about 1 mile away. I let them go. I put my antenna up, and let me get across here. I put my antenna up, and I let him go for 1 mile, and I'm gonna do that for a while. All right. This is my pedigrees. This is Pursoon, Kaiser Pursoon, and Kaiser Spaniel mix. The splash over there is pedigree Pursoon 100%. This one here in towards me, that's a mix Pursoon and Jensen. That one in the middle there, I just put them in there yesterday. That one there, the ones with the blue bands, is 2 of them. That's for my second place combined winners from last year on my old birds. They paired out, so I let them have the babies. I think this is one, and that's the other one right there. The rest of them is, except that one in the back, the splash one, the rest of them are mixed Jensen and Kaiser Pursoons. They're all pedigrees. Anyway, that's what I'm doing this year. The only ones, and only ones I will keep all the pedigrees that I have for young birds this year. I'm going to try to get my own bloodline going here. That baby right there was a mistake. I didn't see the eggs, and I let them hatch one. It was kind of late for me to take the eggs away. One was good, so I let them have it. That's the daddy over there. That's a long distance cock. I got it from a fellow up in Pennsylvania. Very successful flyers. He was nice enough to give me a few birds 3 years ago. And that's the mummy right there. That's one of my hands from last year, 1334. That she did really well last year. Anyway, yeah, the one on the bottom is Ugly Duckling. She have a egg down there, and that's our partner right here. It's sitting right there. That's my number 36 from last year. They did very well. They did 4 races for me last year. The longest one was 250 miles. I believe it was 200 miles. 200 miles. Yeah, I got some nice birds in here. I think they would do good for me for this year. All birds. I got 45 of them. So come on. So far, so good. The pellets working good. So now I'm going to pull the pellets out and close the door, catch whatever, and send them away tomorrow. Tomorrow's a good day. It's not going to be windy or nothing. It's going to be nice and clear. I had a hard time getting a hen to mate, to be successful with the eggs that were all empty. That's the cock right there. They have excess in and out of the breeding loft. I cut the tip of his tail about 1 inch, the dark spot, and this time was successful. I had 2 babies coming. I just kindled the eggs, and they're good. As you know, I'm feeding pellets, feeding Purina Green and Gold. I give them a little bit of gold, as you see on that little container. They get probiotics and vinegar, very little vinegar. Guys, be careful with the vinegar. I have aquariums and I test the water. If you put too much vinegar in there, the water gets so acidy the birds will not drink it. It's all you need to go down to 6. 6 pH is plenty of acidity in the water for the pigeons. So to 1 gallon, I put 8 mils of vinegar. 8 mils of vinegar in 1 gallon, it brings it down to 5.8. So be very careful with that vinegar. It's very good for the birds. And my water coming out of the tap is 9. pH at 9, very alkalinity. But putting that 8 mils to 1 gallon, it brings it down to 5.8. 5.8 is plenty acidity. You don't want to put too much in there. It all depends how your pH coming out of the tap water is. Mine is very alkaline, and still 8 mils to a gallon brings it down to 5.6, and that's very acidic. So be very careful, check your water. Very simple. You can get a test kit out of the Petco and check your tap water and check the water that you mix in the vinegar in there. Be sure it doesn't go too low. That's my opinion. I've been doing aquarium for 45 years, so I have all my test kits here. And you want it to have a little acidity in the water, but you don't want it to go crazy. Okay, here we go. Babies. I have 2 babies right here. They are almost ready to go. Maybe another week I'll pull them out. They're blue bars with a white flag. And that's the mama. The mama is pure Pursoon, Kaiser Pursoon, so is the daddy. Very nice birds. Mr. Kaiser was nice enough to lend me the birds. And they're doing very well for me. He's been having those birds for 40 years now. He's been breeding those birds for 40 years. So that's why we cross them. We cross them as much as we can, but we do try to maintain their bloodline. So I tried to go about 60% straight, 40% crosses, or the other way around. Sometimes it just works, you know, whatever. I don't have that many breeders, so this is what I can, I can do with them. So far, so good. I got a Jensen hen up on the top. She's got 1 baby in there. I don't know if you can see her. That's a pure Jensen. That's Kaiser Jensen and CBS Jensen. Excellent bird. And here's the daddy right there, white flag daddy. That daddy up on the top is purebred pursuit. Beautiful bird. Okay, that's so far successful for me. I'm doing good this year. Unsuccessful pair right here. This pair right here doesn't want to breed for me. This is a Pursoon hen and Spaniel cock. Very good birds, but they're not. They just laid one set of eggs last year for me, and that was it. It was empty. I threw them out. It was too late of the season. I don't want to keep them. So what I did, I put light on it. Let's see if that will help it, because it's kind of dark over here in this part of my yard. So maybe, and because of weather and the loft is all open, the bottom, the side, the top, the side of the top is closed, but the bottom and the front is open. So maybe I had something to do with it. But anyway, they're good pair. I hope I can get a babies out of them. You know, that's looking for diamonds. That's a pair will give you diamonds right there. Anyway, everything good. You know, I'm looking up there. You see it's really windy today. I was going to let them out today for the first time, but like I said, I don't let them out. I don't let them fly out from the loft. This time of year, I got hawks everywhere. I just take them out about a mile and let them go, so the hawks don't know where they are. They're coming in no problem at all. Okay, so far so good. Have a great racing season. Our racing season starts April 19th. So this baby is gonna be ready to go April 19th. All right, Stratos 5907. Enjoy your weekend. Bye now.